I was first diagnosed in September 2014, which means that I've now survived for 5 years. At diagnosis for stage 4 cancer at that point, only about 8% of people survived 5 years, so that's my first milestone. I'd gone to give blood and they wouldn't take it because they said I was anaemic and needed to go to the GP. Unfortunately, I had a very clued-in GP who then put me on a 2-week referral to the hospital. I had a colonoscopy just within a few days of the referral, and they told me at the colonoscopy that I'd got bowel cancer. At that point we didn't know what stage it was. They obviously had to do more tests. I had a CT scan and then an MRI scan, because the CT scan showed something on my liver. The MRI scan then confirmed that there was spread there, so it was stage 4. And I was actually operated on within a month of the colonoscopy. I asked the surgeon if my cancer could come on very quickly because I'd had no symptoms whatever, and he said, no, you've had this 10 years. It's a very slow growing cancer. And now with hindsight, I realise I had all sorts of symptoms that I simply didn't recognise as being related to bowel cancer. Had I recognised them, had I gone to the GP, I'd be in a very different position now to what I was then, but I didn't recognise them, sadly. So, yeah, I knew very little. I know now I ticked most of the risk factors. I was overweight, I drank too much, I had a sedentary lifestyle. I did eat lots of fruit and veg, but clearly that wasn't enough to overcome all the other risk factors that I had. The sort of symptoms I had were symptoms of anemia, which is as an effect of bowel cancer, but again, I didn't know that. My hairdresser had been telling me for about a year that my hair was thinning, and I thought she was just trying to sell me product, which, to be fair, she was, but actually the thinning was a sign of anemia. I got breathless going up hills, and my walking was bad. My kids were saying to my husband quite often, oh, Mum's walking's really bad. But I thought they were all related to being overweight, drinking too much, and not taking enough exercise, and probably being menopausal. So why would I go to the GP to be told to lose weight, drink less, take more exercise? I knew that perfectly well. And if I was menopausal, well, I was menopausal. I didn't want to medicalise it. So that's the reasons I didn't go to see the GP, but actually all those things probably were related to being overweight, etc., but were also related to the cancer. Bowel cancer's had a tremendous effect on me, and oddly, it's been really quite positive. I hope that this major operation, CRS and HIPEC, which I had in June, cures me. It would be wonderful if it does. Even if it doesn't cure me, it's given me a new lease of life, and hope that I'll survive a bit longer than I expected to. But I probably wouldn't swap the last 5 years because it's made me change my attitude to what's important. It means that I work less, but it also means that I've realised that I enjoyed work and work was part of what made me. So I'm doing what work I want to do now. I'm taking on projects that either pay very well or are really interesting. But if they don't pay well or they're not interesting, I'm not doing them. I don't have to do that. But I think I've got professional skills which are a fairly unique set to me, which I can make use of. So I want to work, but I also want to spend more time with my family, and I'm not so busy saving for the rainy day. The rainy day's here, it's been pouring down, so all that money I've saved up, I can now spend and enjoy spending and enjoy the things that come with it.